Oh, yeah. I seen that big old ass. Yes, I did. Yeah, listen, Cletus, my nephew just walked in. Listen, I'll talk to you later, all right? Okay, all right. Nephew, listen.
Huh?
I'm trying to play the game with this controller you left here, but it's too many goddamn buttons on it. What am I supposed to do with all of these? Oh, that's the best controller on the market that money can buy. You can play any game with that. Well, what about that time that I beat Metroid with one button? Really? I know you remember the time that I was playing Shinobi blindfolded. How about that time that I beat Centipede breakdancing only using my pinky toe? I can't believe this shit. Ooh, here's a good one. How about that time that I beat your daddy in double dribble all while I was staring at your mama's ass? Huh? Mother. What it is, my people, it's the kid Sincere, your resident gold chain gamer, and it's been a while. I hope everybody's doing well in this mess and murk of a world. I hope your quarantine's going good. What I wanted to do today is do a follow-up video on the Xbox Elite Series 2, because on the review that I did and the comparison I did with the Astro C40, a lot of people had some issues with their controller off rip. I really didn't. I did have one and they didn't really rectify that, and I'm gonna talk about that a little later, but for the most part I didn't have an issue when I initially used it. Now 6 months later, I do have a few more cons and a lot more pros than I had in the original review. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that, how I'm feeling about the controller now 6 months later, and is it worth the money? Because this is a $180 joystick for you to play video games. So I always beg to ask the question, is this worth the money that they're charging for it? And we're gonna talk about that all in this video. Now, in the first review that you can see somewhere in the card up above my head, I said that this was a definitive upgrade from the original Xbox Elite controller. As far as the grips, the added features, it's just a better all-around controller. Yes, it costs a little bit more money, but I do think this is a solid improvement over the original. Adding a battery that's internal, adding upgrades to the joysticks and the triggers on the back, all of those things are just a solid improvement over the original, and it's hard for me to recommend that over this unless you find the original Xbox Elite, which is a great controller for, I'm talking about crazy cheap, like 80 bucks or $100, whatever, just cheaper than the Xbox Elite Series 2. If you do find that, you should pick it up, but this is just a solid improvement over that controller overall. In my time with the controller, I used it on a variety of games, whether it was on PC or Xbox, Doom Eternal, Far Cry 5, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I want to say I played a little bit of Sekiro Shadows Die Twice with this controller. I played a lot of different style games with this, and it really fit all of them. Of course, I wouldn't use the paddles on the back for every game that I play, and I wouldn't use the elevated joysticks either, only for shooters, but at least that option is there for me to try in case I want to. If you take a game like Halo Reach, it kind of benefited from me having the paddles on the back, but when I'm cooking people in NBA 2K20, I absolutely do not need these and remove them. But in that game, the triggers feel good because you use them a lot to sprint, to slow down and make solid cuts on the court. So it just works for every game in some way, form, or fashion. And that's one of the things that I really like about this Elite controller and a lot of premium controllers on the market. But this one stands head and shoulders above them all to me. Now, the big question people have is durability. Is this a durable controller? Now, I don't know how many people had an original Xbox Elite controller. I think that controller is one of the most durable controllers on the market. Yes, I think the PS4 DualShock, to me, is pretty durable. The Xbox OG, it's okay. I do at times feel like I can break that controller in half, but that never happens with the Xbox Elite Series 2. It's pretty sturdy. That problem where people were saying that their grips were peeling off, that just can't happen with this controller because the grips is integrated to the shell of the controller, so you can't peel them off. The only thing I will say is that after extended play times, and I want to say like maybe 2 to 3 hours of playing a game consistently, you get this weird, nasty, clammy film on your hand from playing with this controller. I don't know if it's a part of the rubberized texture. I just don't know. I hope it's not no chemicals, because I'm damn sure one of them people that beat and touch my face or something after I used my controller. But it just feels weird and nasty after a while. I don't know what's up with that. That's a question I would like to ask Microsoft and Xbox about this controller. Exactly what is it made with? But outside of that, it's perfectly fine as far as durability. I've dropped it. I do play on carpet. So me dropping it on carpet is a little bit different than dropping it on a hardwood floor. Plus, I don't really drop my controller much. I'm not that kind of clumsy person. I usually sit it back in the case when I'm finished with it, which is also a plus. I talked about that in the original review. But yeah, I'd have dropped it. I have dropped the controller. It was on the carpet. I picked it up, brushed the dust off of it, and kept on playing with no problem. And I do think it's durable. When I hold it in my hands and try to twist it, you're not doing anything with this controller. You're not even moving it. Now the buttons, they all feel, you know, stiff and clicky as they should in the controller, but no problems for me as far as the durability. I think this is a damn durable controller. Actually, probably the most durable controller you can buy. The Astro C40 is pretty durable too, outside of the joysticks. But another thing that I thought they would fix over time, because it wasn't just me that was complaining about it. I saw this in mad forums. I saw it in the comment section to my original review, and that's the Bluetooth connectability. Now, when you're talking about connecting it to an Xbox One or Xbox One X, it works perfectly fine. I've had no issues connecting it or having disconnects when I'm connecting it to an Xbox. But when I'm connecting it to PC, it's just, it's sometimes. It works sometimes it don't. I played Doom Eternal on PC, worked fine. In fact, it worked fine every time I booted up the game, which I was like, wow, this is crazy. But then for a random match of COD or just going to Steam and just going down my collection of games and saying, hey, I'm gonna play this today, and then I try to connect my Elite 2 to my PC, it won't do it. It won't do it. It's looking at me like, get the hell out of here. Go play some other shit. And I'm like, no. I want to use this controller all the time on my PC. This is my definitive PC controller. Now on the Xbox, I got a bunch of different joysticks for my Xbox, but as far as the PC go, the Elite Series 2 is my go-to. So it's kind of disappointing not being able to play wireless, especially if you're playing like an RPG or something like that. Of course, you're playing a shooter, you want to wire the controller, but not for like Trials of Mana or anything like that. Like a RPG, wireless, kicking back, chilling in my chair, yes, I would like that Bluetooth connectability. Just me, maybe. But I'm not going to drag this out too long. All in all, if you're looking for a premium controller on the market, if you have a PC or Xbox One, I just don't see how you can't go with Xbox's own Elite Series 2. I say it's worth the 160, 70. I want to say I seen it on sale for about 150 over the course of this quarantine that we've been in. So you probably could find one on sale at this point. I know controllers are really hard to come by. Like I seen like in Target, they don't have any controllers. So if you come across one of these, maybe it's worth it. It's durable. It has a bunch of options. I've already went through them. You can check that out in the video that's beneath this. But man, I'm talking about a sturdy, solid, premium feeling controller. The Xbox Elite Series 2 is it. Is it worth $170? That's kind of up to you. Do you feel like any controller is worth that much money? To me, because I use controllers so much, it's not even an issue for me. So in actuality, it's probably cheaper than every other premium controller that I've reviewed on this channel, which has been many at this point. The Scuff Vantage, the Astro C40, even from the third parties like the Aims and the Battle Beavers, you're gonna spend about $200. And if you want a real custom, maybe even $250. This is $180, and I think $169 if I'm not mistaken. But it's worth the money. It is what it is, man. But I like it a lot. I'm enjoying it, and I haven't had a problem out of it, a major problem, in 6 months. So if that's going to influence your buying decision, there it is. I think it's worth $170. But dig it, what do you think? And have you grabbed the Xbox Elite Series 2? If you have, or if you haven't, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you think a friend would like this video, hit the share button. And if you like all of this, subscribe to the channel for more content. Check me out on Twitter at sincere_GCG, Instagram, Facebook, GoldChainGamers. In the meantime, between time, y'all stay cool while y'all stay cool. And remember, it's more than a game, it's a lifestyle, y'all. I'll catch you on the other side. Y'all take it light. Peace. Wait, you still here? Well, since you're here, subscribe to the channel or check out my last video. Either way, thanks for watching and cheers, I guess. Now, how do I take over the world? Step 1.